Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Doing a deck profile for Joey Wheeler. I had gone through, watched seasons 1 through 5 and the 3 movies that had come out, and I also compared it to Konami has a website where they go over um, what person had some relationship to some card, blah blah blah, and incorporated all that into one list. And I have them separated out by types, and then we have ones, unfortunately, that aren't real, that were never created for the actual card game. But there are a number of them where people had made real looking fake cards. And so I had, as of last month, had priced those out and what the total cost would be to actually get them. I won't probably ever bother with those. Of course, if any of those actually become real cards, I'll definitely be getting them. But from this list, I wanted to break it down to a deck before I started, making sure I had all the cards and everything. So this was the finished idea for the deck, but it also, the main list and this deck includes any tag team duels that involve Joey. And there were 2 where Yugi was on his team and he played off his deck a couple times, or they played off each other's decks, where um, like Black Skull Dragon or B Skull Dragon used Summon Skull from Yugi's deck to be able to make it. Well, I went ahead and added that to here in order for him to use it. And same thing with Dark Flare Knight. Needed a Dark Magician, which was Yugi's, to be able to make that. So that got added to this as well. Same thing with Mirage Knight. Ended up coming out after Dark Flare Knight got destroyed. So it does have some additional things, and there are some things where I feel like it should have been his. Like the deck that he was using against Yugi when they were on the pier. There were cards that were added to his deck to make it stronger, like Hinotama. He had 3 of them, and Raigeki. Those weren't normally his, those were given to him, but it never actually shows him giving those back to somebody. And then, his duel against Merrick, he should have had that Winged Dragon of Raw. He should have won that, and that's the way it should have gone. Literally all he had to do was say attack, and he would have won it. So that's what I had based the deck off of. And then here's the actual outcome of that. We have our fusion cards. And this is in no way tournament worthy, and it's a full-size deck at 60. And that's one thing about the show is unless it showed them in a single duel playing multiple copies of a card, then I only had it listed as once. Joey used let's say Panther Warrior and Scapegoat together a bunch of times, but it never showed him using multiple copies. Like, that's another one. It never actually showed him giving that back to Weevil, to where, like, he played another duel. I think it was against Mako. That was, like, right after that, and he still had it in his deck. And, like, this one wasn't a normal one. It was when he was going up against Duke Devlin. They opened up a bunch of new packs and made decks out of those. But, of course, I have Winged Dragon of Ra in here, because that should have been his. And then there was, at some point, like in tribute to Mai, he had Cyber Harpy Lady and Harpy Feather Duster in his deck. And even though it didn't show him having 3 polymerizations, I mean, you kind of need it with that many possible fusions. And I, finally got a bunch of card sleeves, so all decks are sleeved up. And that does it for Joey's deck. And from the original series, I still have to finish out Yugi's. I have all the cards for it. I just, I had with his actually gone off of like the total list first, making sure I had everything for that before I made the deck. So I didn't actually make out like a deck list for his. And then I want to do one for I think his name was like Raphael, who is the one and only person from the original series that actually beat Yugi. And then from there, I'll be moving on to GX, and I'll make one up for Jaden and have like an elemental hero deck. So until I get around to those, thanks for watching.